This was a big struggle when I first started out. We are basically problem solvers. No house is perfect. So when is the best time to buy? But the very first year was absolutely horrible. I'm not gonna lie, I was very close to quitting.
Real Talk Real Estate.
Namaskar Adab, what is up? Welcome to this episode of Real Talk Real Estate. An outstanding guest today. I'm pretty sure you are not going to be bored in this episode because I have Nazmus Sakib from Keller Williams. What's going on, brother?
I'm good, brother. How are you doing? It's
I'm
good to be
doing
here.
great. I'm doing great. Thank you for coming here. You are so young and still killing it in the real estate market. And I'm so happy that I invited you and you wholeheartedly. Well, it actually was opposite, right? You reached out to me and I was so happy because I was hesitating to whether am I big enough to invite such a big realtor in the show or not. But I really appreciate that you accepted my invitation, brother.
Of course. I'm really happy to be here. Look, no, I was like, am I big enough to be here? I see you here with all the big stars and everything.
You are big and naive, bro. You are big and naive. So how is it going?
It's going good. Market is shifting a little bit. I think some people can feel it, but Alhamdulillah, it is going good, especially at this age. It took a lot of work, but I'm here now. I'm here with you, so it does
Yes.
say something.
How is it so far, 2026?
2026, it's good. I'm exploring new opportunities and new venues of real estate. For example, flipping. We don't have to get into that much, but it is something that I'm looking into and progressively like starting and working on.
Sounds good, bro. Sounds like you got things going, but you still have a lot of buyers, and I want to know when you meet a buyer, how you give them initial counseling, how you introduce yourself, and what kind of question you asked to them.
So first things first, I kind of see where they're at. You know, what are they looking for? What is their timeline? How urgent are they? The urgent they are, the more quickly they need a house, they'll work quick. So the first thing I do is I make sure that they know they can trust me, that they know that I'm looking out for them, that they're gonna be the one that decide that they like this house, they want to buy this house, and they're able to afford it. I'm only gonna be their resource, and I'm gonna help them and guide them and make sure they're actually able to buy this house. But before any of that, we have to know what they're pre-approved for. So I'll give them some loan officers. I'll tell them, here, search around, see if you like this person, see what kind of rates they're giving you, if you're comfortable working with them. And this way they'll get their pre-approval, and then we'll move forward to the next step based off of that number, because we don't want to go past that number. They're not going to be able to get a loan above this number. So all the limits of it is basically within that pre-approval. You want to look below that pre-approval.
Have you referred anybody to me yet?
Not yet, but
From now on, probably, right? Yes.
We'll get a deal. We'll get a deal.
Sounds like a deal, right? Sounds like a deal. But how you build trust in clients, or how you start trusting those clients?
So for me to trust a client, I'll see, like, if they're only working with me. Because after the NAR lawsuit, you need to have a exclusive buyer agency agreement, and you don't want to work with a client that's working with multiple people.
Shopping around way too much.
Yeah, with different realtors too. Maybe that client is not serious, or is just not it's not professional. It's not ideal for that client either, because no realtor is gonna take them seriously. So, but for a client to trust me, it's mostly, we're in the customer service business. I listen to them, I see what their needs are, I see what their wants are, and I'm the one that's gonna hear them and help them out. And this way they'll be able to see, like, if they can actually trust me or not, if I'm looking out for them. So this is how I usually build up trust, by making sure that they're taken care of first.
Listen, I'm gonna ask a ridiculous question right now.
What's up?
You are in your 20s, okay?
Yeah.
a lot of people has skepticism trusting younger people with $1 million, sometimes $1 million deal. How you convince them that look, even if I'm young, I know what I'm trying to do.
So this was a big struggle when I first started out. I still have the baby face, but but I used to wear a suit a
Bro,
lot.
maybe you try growing real like me.
So soon I'll get the beard, but not right now. But honestly, the best and like most helpful thing that separated me and helped me gain trust from people was actually that something that benefited me and the people is like me knowing what I have to do. So knowledge is everything. You know, even if a realtor is 20 years in the business and they don't know some of the things, there's no use. There's no benefit. There's no
Exactly.
difference between me and them. Maybe I'm better than them because I know more on how I can help the client. So number one thing was, you know, just knowledge, how everything works. I used to go to everything, the inspections, the appraisals, the contract signings. I learned as much as possible, as quickly as possible. And when the clients speak to me, then they see that, okay, then I actually know what I'm doing. Um, and then so this is how they're able to kind of trust me and see. And the end of the day, I don't really convince anybody. I give them everything that I have to offer. If they want to work with me, then they work with me. If we're a good fit, that's how I do my business. You can't force somebody to buy a
No,
house.
of course not. Of course not. Of course not. And it's fact that uh, unfortunately, people judgment automatically lean towards someone who is older and maybe more times in the market. However, what I see that a lot of youngsters, newcomers like me, we actually make up the experience portion by learning more, and the amount of sources are available nowadays just astronomical. So if I put in my personal time and try to knowledge myself, I can level up with a lot of experienced people, and so do you,
For
right?
sure. And here's the good thing, bro. Since we're young, we have more time.
Exactly.
The older realtors, no shade, but we do have more time. I don't know if you have a wife or kids, you know.
I do. I'm effed up, bro. I'm effed up. Okay.
But we have more time. We have more energy. You know, we're out there to get it more. So it's actually beneficial for the client because we're hustling for them. You know, if they call us like later at night or they're like, you know, let's do this right now, like, you know, we have the energy to go get it. You know, so it actually helps the client more. But it's also a benefit because since we're young, we understand technology.
Exactly.
We're in such a new age with AI that most of our clients, if they look on AI, they'll get the same thing that a realtor who doesn't have that extensive knowledge, they'll get the same thing.
Tell your clients that what you do differently from a let's say an experience or someone who is more times in the market than you.
The difference is there's not anything difference besides the knowledge part, but what I do personally like difference myself is like some people try to pressure clients to buy this house because of their own benefit. Really, I really don't do that because it gives you a bad reputation.
Of course.
I always let the client decide, and I do my best to help them. That's always been my main thing, and I'm always transparent. I'll never hide anything. End of the day, it's gonna come out now or later, and it just looks really bad. So if something's wrong with the roof, I'll tell you like, hey, this is wrong with the roof, but you decide. You still want to buy this house? You want to move on? You want the roof fixed, or what do you want to do? You know, I'll never make the decision for them because I'm not gonna live in this house for 30 years. You know, they're the ones that are gonna live in this house. So that's something that I do differently. You know, maybe other people do it, and it's a good way to do business as
Yes.
well.
No, I totally agree. Ultimately, it's their decision. What
Yeah.
we do, we put in options on the table,
Yeah.
and we say this is a good option, but it has pros and cons. We basically, pinpoint the pros and cons on each and every option, and we give it to them. Ultimately, it's their decision to choose what they can afford. Right?
Yeah, we're basically problem solvers.
Exactly. That's a pretty good way to put it, bro. So this one question is for my first-time home buyers, okay? Sometimes first-time home buyers come out as confused or maybe in dilemma. How do you convince them, or how do you counsel them on certain areas?
Yeah, so look, you never want to like pressure somebody to, get into something if they're not comfortable, but you do want to give them all the facts. You want to give them all the information. Let's say, for example, that a house they're buying has some problems that come up in the inspection. Nothing major, some little problems. Well, here are the facts that any house you buy, even if it's new construction, is gonna come up in the inspection report because no house is perfect. Even the new construction houses have some defects and they were built this year. So this is something that you can always tell your clients. And another thing to mention is that as you live in this house, every single year, you have to maintain the house. There's gonna be things that break, maybe your fridge, your microwave, your stove. You have to continue maintaining these. So it's not something that you should be scared of, but you should be preparing yourself. But end of the day, it matters if you like this house, if it fits within your budget, and these are problems that you can handle. Maybe a $50,000 repair is not something within your budget, then maybe you want to look at a different house or ask the seller for credit, ask the seller to fix it, which can potentially help you out. But if everything else fits, 8 out of the 10 things are good, then it's a good idea to go for the house, because the longer you wait, especially in New York, the houses appreciate at least 4% every single year. Your waiting is just gonna cost you way more money, maybe more than that repair that you had. So
That's one thing. A lot of our client, they don't calculate the opportunity cost. Opportunity
yeah,
cost is a big thing in real estate, and a lot of clients, they think that I'm gonna buy next year, but next year just never happened.
yeah. Let me ask you something.
Sure.
A lot of people don't believe this, but people are waiting for the rate to come down. But at the same time, the house price is going up, which helps them save more money.
Things that save them more money,
Yeah.
to be just be calculative about how much they can afford.
Yeah.
Focus on the mortgage, how much the PITI, the principal, interest, tax, and insurance, rather than how much on the interest rate. Let's say interest rate, for example, 6.1 now. Maybe it will get better, maybe not. But if it gets better, the house price will skyrocket as well. So here you wasted maybe a year or 9 months just for waiting to get the interest rate down. Now interest rate down, house price is high. So it's better to calculate whether you can afford the mortgage or not, and then finalize the sale. And then if the rates get better, just refinance.
So when is the best time to buy?
The best time to buy is when you can afford it.
Oh,
Yes. As long as you can afford the mortgage payment,
yeah.
that is the time you should buy it.
That's a very good answer. Yeah, I never thought of it that way.
Thank you, Nas. So now we are in segment 2, and segment 2 is tailored for my brothers and sisters who is trying to get in the business, okay? My young brother, who is probably younger than you, probably thinking in his basement that he would start getting in the school and start following you and do what you do. So my question is, how was your first few years?
I'm still in my first few years, but the very first year was absolutely horrible. I had no deals, $0 in closings. But it's something that you should not be afraid to share it, because it's an industry fact. The fallout rate for real estate agents is 80%. It's just when you're first starting to build up your client base, your network. So don't expect anything. Still keep your full-time job or your part-time job. Um, but you're gonna be working two jobs. So you work your full-time slash part-time job, and then after you're finished with that, start working on your real estate business. This is the hard part. The easiest part is getting the license. That's the easiest part of the business. But after you got your license, the hardest part is building up this business, which takes years.
Years.
It takes years because there's competition. You still need to learn everything. The licensing is just they just teach you about the law. They don't teach you how to sell. They don't teach you how to, um, you know, what is it called? They don't teach you how to help clients do this and that, or learn about the house, or give you referrals and resources for your loan officers and everything. So you still have to find this yourself and find out how to get leads. You still have to do training. All these things that's the hardest part, man.
You didn't fell off in the first year, but a lot of people does. What do you think that you did different than other people where you were still able to sell?
I'm not gonna lie, I was very close to quitting. I was very close to quitting. Like I was like right there, and I was gonna go straight into banking.
Wow.
But I basically what you want to do is if you're starting new, you want to get a mentor or join a team. And the if you're not making more than like what you're making in your salary position, it doesn't make sense to do real estate because you're gonna have so much more work. So if your goal is the same as your salary position, then it's better to stay in that salary position and enjoy your weekends and enjoy your time off after 5 p.m. But when you're in real estate, you don't get that luxury. So the only luxury you will get is making more money. So you have to see like where this evens out. But I was very close. I'm not gonna lie, I got lucky. I found a mentor that started helping me a little bit here and there, and then I was able to start building it up right there. But if I didn't find this person, I was very close to quitting, and because I was paying, there's monthly dues, there's overhead. You have to pay for LIBOR,
Of course.
MLS, all of these things.
So how important is mentorship?
It's make or break. If you're a solo agent and you're new to the industry, you don't have any help, you don't have any training, mentorship, it's very hard to do it. You don't know what you're doing. You probably gonna stay up all night like I did studying. That's what I did. I was watching YouTube videos. I was reading books about real estate late at night, like 12, 3 a.m., and I would go to work the next morning. So you're probably gonna end up like that. You don't want to do that. There's a path to success that people have done, and you can follow it. It makes your life easier. So definitely do that. Join a team, get a mentor. It really helps.
What I always focus on teamwork. I felt like, especially after coming out of army background, it's all about team. If you have a good team, great team, you can overcome a lot of difficulties.
Oh my God, it's so true. There's deals like I sold a house that had like so many violations. Client is okay with buying the house, but still you need to make sure that the lender, the attorney, everybody like working together, and they can still close this deal, because then because you have title issues, so the lender still needs to get the loan done. However it works with any violations on the title, the attorney still needs to help with the whole deal. So it really matters, like not just your realtor, but who's on your team when you are a client. It's make or break. If your attorney is slow, your lender is slow, you're past your deadline, you risk losing the house to somebody. You risk losing your deposit money too. So,
and that's why I tell a lot of my clients, like sometimes we have recommendation to people, like you recommended me or I recommended you, is because probably I have a past work experience with you, and I'm talking to this client. I'm trying to make this client understand that this whole thing is a teamwork, and then one person in the team is not putting 100% of his time to work for you, then the rest of the people will suffer, and including you. You're probably going to suffer the most. So though, even though the client has ability or choice to shop around for all the other parties, I personally think it's okay to take the reference, or it's okay to at least shop around, starting with the reference that came from realtor or came from loan officer, right?
Yeah, definitely. And it's not just that. I mean, obviously the client has to be comfortable and working with them, but the quick story, like I had a deal fall through because the inspector was, I won't say their name, but they were
Of
very
course not.
bad. They gave my client a 14-page report. Each page had only one sentence.
Oh, wow.
And my client freaked out. He got so scared. He didn't end up buying the house. He didn't end up buying any house. And now, this was last year. Now the home prices, it was in Queens Village. Now the home prices in Queens Village skyrocketed another $100,000.
Also the interest rate.
Also the interest rate. Like, he could have been in this house.
And probably just fixing it for a few $1,000s and happy,
like
right?
$100. It was
Yeah.
one shingle, but this is the thing. Like, if someone on your team is, bad, it ruins like, it can make or break your deal. It just not for us working together making it smooth, but for the client themselves, they
Yes,
risk losing the
exactly.
house. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's not only realtor or loan officer working in your team. You got your you got your inspector, your lawyer, your lender, and all of this other party working to get you the best deal. And if each and every of them has an understanding, has a collaborative mentality within them, it's just gonna go way smooth for
Yeah.
you, you know?
Yeah.
You love social media.
Yeah.
You are very active on social media. How many clients you have got so far?
Okay, I can't count how many clients I got from social media.
That probably means a lot, huh?
It's good. It's one of my main lead sources.
Wow.
A lot of people say, oh, you need to cold call expireds, FISBOs. It's draining. It doesn't work sometimes for some people. It doesn't work for me. But social media, I've done one 1.3 from social media, a $1.3 million deal from
Ooh.
Facebook. I know exactly. I remember it's from Facebook. I've done another 1.3 from Facebook. So some of my biggest deals have been from social media. I've gotten people from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, the Facebook groups. You're in a new age. So social media is a new lead source that people really need to look into, especially for the newer agents. But it depends how you portray yourself in social media. You still want to be professional. You still want to provide value to clients. You don't want to just post funny things and
No TikTok dance.
but it works. It works.
It works.
I've never danced on TikTok, but
Hey, maybe we see your moves today. But no cap, bro. I got my first closing through a Facebook video to a social media video, and that just blew my mind because my priority was to just get some exposure, right? And there's this gentleman called me and he says he liked my videos and this and that. And when he talks, he says, "Man, I love you more in person. Let's effing do it."
Yeah.
And we show my realtor partner show them houses and they love it. And then it's just one stack to another. It's just happened, and I was like, "Damn!" So social media is your new thing. You cannot overlook that.
Yeah, my goal right now is to post every single day. So I'm still working on it. I just recently started this goal, but that's my goal. Post every single day, but post valuable content that actually helps people. That's the best way to do social media. You can post funny stuff here and there. You can post different things, but yeah, social media, if you're looking to start out, it doesn't cost you money. You can just have your phone, $10 mic, and you can start posting just as long as it's valuable content. It's a good way to get leads. You don't need to pay for, mailers, pay hundreds of
Exactly.
dollars.
Yeah.
just for one piece of mail. The social media will stay on the internet forever, and it will reach thousands of people. Like my videos get thousands of views.
And you don't even have to boost it. You don't even
You
have
don't
to
have to
boost it.
boost it,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
As long as it's valuable, it will go, and you'll.
And that's my priority too. Either I am, if I'm doing something, it should be funny to make people laugh. At least some people watching me not wasting their time.
Yeah.
At least they're laughing. And then if they're getting any valuable information from me,
Yeah.
these two are my priorities. So once I lock these two down, I've seen that people from Pennsylvania, Michigan, Binghamton, all of them people not even call me. There are a few people who actually saw me or wanted to see me in person, man. So I'm not taking that lightly.
Yeah, it's a game changer.
Apart from social media, what are your other lead source?
So my number one is social media, and all you really need is one client.
Wow.
Because if you have this one client, that one client has friends, family that they're gonna, that they're gonna buy, sell, and you want to make sure that comes back to what we were talking about originally. You want to make sure you take care of this client. You want to make sure you're good to them. You're very transparent with them. You're honest, and they will refer you more business, and that's free business. It's free business.
That's free marketing as well.
Free marketing, word of mouth, it still works today. So number one, social media, just to get your one or two clients. Then you want to start working on your referrals. You never want to, sell them a house and then forget about them, because there's always more business that comes for them. You can always help their families. You can always help their friends. And this is something that you can do, and you don't need to pay for this. Just call them, check up on them. You should do that as a realtor. I still do that, and you'll get referrals like this, referrals. And then I'm also working my database. So I put my phone into my CRM, and everybody that's on my phone, like, I'll call them. I'll introduce myself, and I'll just let them know, like, I'm here. You know me, I know you. If you need anything, let me know. I'll take care of you. So you can work your database, because these people already know you. They probably already like you. They already trust you. These are the three things, and you can get a lot of business from that. You don't need to pay for any of this.
Totally agree, bro. So that's one of my thing is like I am reaching out to people those know me before I was a loan officer, because if I been to a good person to them, they know that I could be a good loan officer, right? And whenever it relates to money, people automatically tend to go to a good person, because they would know that this guy may be new in the market, but he's a good person. I know he would learn it, and he would not F me up.
Yeah, you're not gonna get scammed.
No, you're not gonna get scammed. So that's why whenever I got my license, I texted a lot of my previous coworker and people that been to in my phone book for years. A brother reached me out a few days before, who I haven't talked since 2016 probably. So yeah, man, I'm blessed.
Yeah, you could probably get some VA loans from the army too.
Yes. A lot of my army brothers and sisters, they still call me, and I am all for them. I'm all for them. So this will be the last question for segment 2, bro. If
Yeah.
you, if a young brother or sister watching you and want to be as successful as you, what do you would tell them?
I would tell them, do everything you possibly can in your power to make your deals happen, to get some business. Go to the streets and talk to people. I think Kazi, brother Kazi, he took flyers and went to the masjid during Jummah. He just gave it out, and he got clients like that. You cannot be scared to do that. You cannot be scared to pick up the phone and call your grandpa who wants to sell his house. You have to talk to people. The social media, yes, it's good, but end of the day, you need to talk to people, because that's how you're going to get this business. So do everything in your power to talk to people, get in front of these people's faces, talk to them, let them know that you do real estate, that you can help them out. If they don't know you, they can't work with you.
All right, thank you very much, Naz. So now this is on segment 3. As you know, segment 3 is unfiltered. and you are the victim of it today. Okay. All right. So my first question is, how many girlfriends you got?
No, no, no,
Is it secret?
Zero. No,
Zero.
it wastes your time, money. I just don't do it. Like, just work.
So tell them, like, tell any girls who wants to reach you that don't. If you're not buying or
If
selling, don't call me. And tell them. If you're not buying or selling, don't even call him. Okay, he doesn't care if you're single, right? All right, man. So uh, listen, you were in your 20s,
Mhm.
and why would someone with $1 million decision would trust you? Usually, especially Bengali, American and Bengali, we are in general,
Mhm.
we are skeptic on trusting someone younger with that much amount of money.
Yeah. So, I mean, most of the houses in New York are close to million. So,
Mm-hmm.
anywhere you go is million. I would say, and I'm very happy to say this publicly, interview as many agents as you want.
Mm-hmm.
If someone is looking to buy, interview as many agents as you want. See who knows their stuff. See who can actually help you. And then you can decide for yourself. I'll never say like, "Hey, work with me." No, you'll see how I work compared to somebody else, and you can make that decision for yourself. It will be very clear. Even if a house is $1 million, maybe the agent will forget to mention the mansion tax. You know, that's something you have to look out for in your closing costs. That it adds another at least $10,000 to your closing costs. So I honestly it's the same thing. All the most of the agents, we do pretty much the same things, but you have to see who has the skills, who has the knowledge to really help you, regardless of the age. Um, you might choose an agent that knows less than your AI. You can be asking your AI questions, and your AI knows more than the agent. I would say interview. If you're buying a house, if you're selling a house, interview all the agents.
Yes, I agree. Do you think experience beats skill or skill beats experience?
I think skill beats experience, 100%.
Skill beats experience. So
Yeah.
you probably more skillful than some of the older realtor in the market.
I would like to say yes. If there's a problem, I'll like, and the client really wants this house. Maybe their experience says that this deal breaks, but maybe my skills say that I can still help them get this house. Whether it's like a CO issue, violation issue, I will work. I'll make sure that whatever I need to do to get this done, it gets done.
Do you think clients usually care end of the day if the results is first class?
Yeah, I mean, at end of the day, like if you're in the business for 20 years, right? You could be in the business doing the wrong things for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter, but I could be in the business for 2 years doing all the right things, making sure my clients are taken care of. It does not matter. Experience does not matter, especially in this day and age with all the technology and knowledge that's available. Before MLS used to be a booklet, now you can go online, and I know how to use online. Maybe they don't know how to use online. So it's definitely something that is like skill based now, based off of all these technologies and tools that you can use to help your client.
I respectfully disagree with you in some portion.
Some portions, yes.
I feel like experience matters, but what happened is if you are not using your experience in right time and with right person,
Yeah.
then your experience is useless, Sometimes I feel like, let's say clients went to an experienced realtor. That realtor probably does 50 deals and all of his deals are above million. Now, clients who looking for a one family 700,000, the realtor is experienced, but the realtor is trying to brush the clients off because you are not even in the pay level of that realtor deals with. The realtor deals with more experience or more money, more dollar amount or more volume, higher volume sale. So indirectly the realtor with more experience will not tell you no, but at the same time probably not gonna put an 100% effort to you because you're probably looking for something within 700,000 or something. What's your take on it?
I feel like it's something. It depends on realtors. Like me, I'll do any type of business. Like if it's a rental, if it's commercial, if it's buying, if it's selling, if it's a flip, I'll do everything.
But that's probably you are only a few years in the business. Someone experienced, he's probably only looking for, if it is less than 10K, it's not worth my time. Do you think there are realtors, things like that?
If they think like that, I mean, it is that's their business. I'm not gonna tell them how to run their business. But personally, me, like I'll help anybody who needs help.
My point is exactly that. There could be you sitting here that I will take all kind of clients, and there is person B who is sitting there that if this transaction not making 10,000, probably not my transaction.
I
So
mean,
client probably, that's what I'm trying to figure out. The client probably tend to going to the someone who is more experienced, but indirectly that gentleman is not trying to, it's not doing 100% for the client. And you here sitting with all kind of business, you want to do all kind of business, and clients only skepticism is that you are not enough times in the market.
so I mean, I think that just it doesn't benefit them to go with
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to bring out, that
it.
it really doesn't benefit them, you
Yeah.
know. How much Bengali you know? How much Bangla you know?
Okay, so I was born in Bangladesh. I came here when I was 7, and then I learned English. Then I forgot Bangla.
Damn, bro.
So when I
Not
first,
good, not good.
I know it's not good. So when I started, my business, I couldn't speak Bangla. I couldn't understand Bangla. But now, I'm at a point where I can speak Bangla. I can speak Bangla enough to do a transaction. If I don't know something, I'll say it in English because end of the day, we still live in America, You still have to know English, at least some English. But I can speak Siliti. I can also speak Shuddho. So two different clienteles. I can do both. So even though I didn't know Bangla at the start, I know Bangla now, and I know two types of Bangla. So it's pretty good.
Do you know this word in Bangla named bhab?
Bob,
Mm-hmm.
like in one context.
Ego.
Oh, not really.
There is a word out there that you have too much bhab.
Oh,
You have
me?
too much bhab.
No, I've never.
You have too much ego issue, bro. What would you tell the people who thinks you have too much ego issue?
Um, I don't know. I don't.
Is the first time you heard that?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't.
well, see, that's why I have unfiltered. That's why I have unfiltered segments.
I mean, I've never said I'm the best realtor. In in New York or whatever, there's definitely people that are good. I would love to be the best realtor in New York. Um, but no, I wanna stay humble. I wanna stay respectful, and I don't wanna say like, you're not worth my time. I never wanna say that to somebody, but no, if someone thinks I have too much Bob, I hope this changes it. I'm very humble.
He does not have too much Bob, okay? Stop lying, people. But, well, there's another word going around about you. Can I say it?
Yeah.
You tend not to collaborate much with the Bengali American realtor community.
Yeah.
Why? Is that because you never got a good chance, or you kind of not want to do that? So.
Honestly, I'm I know I don't. I've never gone to the events. I'm in the group chats. I'll text in the group chats. If anyone needs help in the group chats, I'll answer. But I've never just gone to the events. I'm not in the board or anything like that. That's because I don't really see how I can benefit my client this way. My main goal is to benefit my clients. So I'm in that sphere. I'm in that group, but me going to these events instead of like learning something else, it doesn't benefit me or my clients. So I try to stay out of politics or all of these stuff for most of the time, and I just try to focus on my business and like getting more clients, doing more deals. I don't see the value in it, but the people that are in it, no shame to them, but that's just my goal. My goal is to get more clients, get more business, do more deals. I don't see how being in those events can help me, but in the group chats are good. The group chats are good. You have over 100 people. You can help your clients by posting a listing in that, and it will get exposure, and it will bring 100 realtors who maybe have 5 clients each. That's a lot of people that is reaching. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't go to it.
Is there something that Bengali realtor community can do better to attract youngsters like you?
We're definitely lacking something of value information that we can get from maybe people who have been in the business for a long time, who are more experienced, who can share these things. um, there's no benefit for somebody that's young and that's new that needs to grow their business to go do adda, so
Yes.
but
With chai and samosas, right? Addas, unlimited addas.
exactly. So if it is something valuable, like negotiating tactics or
Sales tactics.
sales tactics, even one piece of information that you might get within an hour is still valuable because you'll carry this information for the rest of your life. So maybe just a trick on how to work with difficult clients or work with stubborn Bengali clients or something like this. It's valuable, but if we're going there just to say, hey, hi, hello, I'll see you at the open house and I can say hi, hello. But yeah, definitely something of value I think is worth the time for everybody to go check out.
Well, we're at the end of this show. I really appreciate your time, bro, and I hope anybody who is looking at these videos or these episodes, they are watching this young man and listening him, and my brothers and sisters who is making decisions about how to improve the community, take ideas from these youngsters. They are gonna be the one who replaces you. So definitely don't overlook them. Teach them, train them, make them like you, and maybe they can do better than you. Thank you very much, Naj. I really appreciate that. Anything that you want to say to your clients who is looking to hire you?
Yeah, no pressure, just call me and check me out. See what I can do for you. If I'm a good fit for you, then I would be happy to work with them. Yeah, call me.
What's your phone number?
929-433-7022.
All right. Thank you very much. This is your host, Loan Officer Chironjit Ghosh. I really, really appreciate that you spent your time, watched me mumble, watch this gentleman utter excellent experience from his life, from his knowledge. Hope to see you soon. Have a good one.